got it nailed down.
It allows us to respond immediately.
Dougherty County leaders declare a state of emergency as severe weather is expected to roll through South Georgia. We're going to have the latest on those storms we're now seeing in our first alert forecast.
And mobile homes are some of the most at-risk homes in severe weather. What residents are doing to protect their homes.
And volunteer organizations already have shelters open tonight where you can go if your home is damaged. Now, thunderstorms have moved through Dougherty County tonight, but another round is possible later this evening.
Let's go right now to WALB News 10's Amanda Hoskins for the latest on the conditions here in Albany. Amanda?
Melissa and Jim, obviously there's no rain here now, but if you take a look in what I'm standing in, this just shows you what kind of rain came through here just in the last hour. As you can see here in the median, there is a lot of water that piled up. I'm right on North Westover Boulevard, right by Westover High School, and there's definitely some flooding here in this area. And along North Westover and into South Westover, there's definitely been some flooding right by where the sewage plant is. There is definitely some water coming up, but it doesn't seem to be seeping into the roadways too much, and the ground definitely has started to absorb some of the water that's come in, but there definitely were heavy conditions. It didn't really stop people from driving out on the roadways, but thankfully I didn't see any accidents in this area. But as you can see, again, this is that video of South Westover right by the sewage plant where definitely some water was starting to seep up, but no problems there. If you go a little bit further down onto Westgate, there was a power outage that happened there at the stoplight for about a half hour. Power was out at the stop sign between Westgate and North Westover Boulevard, but Albany utility crews were out and they have gotten that fixed. So again, right now we're just here. We're seeing some flooding in the median, but not too much that has gone over to impact drivers. So pretty dry right now and no damage reports so far in this area. But of course, we'll keep you updated if there are any. For now, I'm live in Albany. Amanda Hoskins, WALB News 10.
So like we said, Dougherty County remains under that state of emergency right now.
We do. The declaration was made hours ago, well in advance of the severe weather system. The Emergency Operations Center was first located inside the Dougherty County Judicial Building. Now fully operational, it's been moved to the alternate EOC at the Fire Training Center on Honeysuckle Drive. The EOC's emergency management specialist applauded the early declaration.
It also allows us to have a direct line to the state that if we end up sustaining damage, that we have much less red tape to work through in order to get resources here to help the community.
The EOC will be fully staffed this evening and overnight. People will be manning the phone lines at 229-483-6227 or 229-483-6229. And as Dougherty County leaders made that declaration, we've declared today a first alert weather day.
Chief Meteorologist Yolanda Amadeo is in the First Alert Weather Center right now with the very latest. Yolanda?
Thanks, Jim. Of course, it is a First Alert Weather Day on this Monday. We have had several severe thunderstorm warnings across the area. We'll continue with a threat for some of those stronger storms throughout the evening, and then we'll have more showers and storms developing as we get into early in the morning. Otherwise, we have a slight risk for the southwestern corner. And what does that mean? Damaging wind gusts, large-sized hail, possibly isolated tornadoes as we move throughout the evening. And of course, we have had heavy downpours, even intense lightning. And always remember that lightning is dangerous. Move inside, wait until those storms pass on through. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for areas of Dooley as well as Crisp and Wilcox counties until 6:15. Thunderstorms have been pretty hefty moving across those areas, indicating possible 1-inch hail. That has been the history across areas of the southwestern corner for this afternoon. But Vienna, the stronger cell has moved well off to your northeast away from I-75. It is actually over into areas of Pulaski, northern Wilcox County right now. But notice this large area of red as well as orange shading indicating some heavy rainfall, some intense lightning, and all of that is steadily moving away from areas of Crisp as well as Turner counties. Still picking up some hefty rainfall. Turner County, Tift County that is, heading over into Irwin counties. Of course, many areas are getting a break from the activity, but we have had reports of some storm reports for this afternoon, mostly in the form of 1-inch hail, and that does cover Dooley as well as Sumter, even Lee counties, and then reports of a few trees down northern areas of Thomas County, even the city of Thomasville. So the potential for those stronger storms will be around throughout the evening. We'll have more details coming up in our first alert extended forecast in just a bit.
Make sure you stay up to date with the latest information on these storms with the WALB News app. We have shelter resources available for you right from the app. And continuing our team coverage of the severe weather today, one area that saw a lot of rain is Bainbridge, and that's where we find WALB News 10's Damon Arnold with the latest. Damon?
Hey, Melissa, I'm still out here in Bainbridge, and it's actually starting to clear up a little bit. The clouds are moving out, but that does not put us in the clear just yet. I spoke with the EMA director, Ms. Tanya Griffin, and she says that she wants community members to still be on alert and to continue to check just in case the weather takes a turn in a different direction. Now, when I first arrived out here, I did experience a heavy downpour of rain, and then from there it was touch and go. It came right now. I'm experiencing a little mist out here, but overall it's kind of cleared up. But still, just continue to check back with us and we'll keep you updated with the latest. But for now, live in Bainbridge, Damon Arnold, WALB News 10.
All right, thanks very much, Damon. Well, one resident living in a Radium Woods mobile home in Albany says that every time she hears about a storm coming, she is terrified. She says it's the community that has kept her living here, and that after last year's storm, she is now better prepared. She says she advises others living in mobile homes to have a plan.
In my bag, I have about 3 or 4 change of clothes. I have my necessities, you know, like my deodorant, my toothpaste, my toothbrush. I'm not going to take it lightly at all. See, that day, I took it lightly. I kept saying I'm not going nowhere.
Well, Jordan says she knows there isn't much she can do to secure a mobile home, but she says if the weather gets bad enough, it's more important for her to get herself and her family to safety.
Officials have set up storm shelters in Dougherty County at designated Good Samaritan locations. WALB News 10's Marilyn Parker joins us live from Second Mount Zion Baptist Church, which is serving as a shelter. Is anyone there?
Yeah, there are about 9 people here right now just seeking shelter from the storm. I spoke with the pastor of the church, and he says there are about 300 spaces available inside, and also they're willing to do whatever they can to help out.
Whenever devastation comes, or in the event of a major crisis where we need to make our whole facilities available, obviously we'll be able to do that for people, but right now we're just planning for that.
This is the Family Life Center, and it will be open until 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. And he now has about 7 to 9 people volunteering from the church just to help out on the inside. Live in Albany, Marilyn Parker, WALB News 10.
Marilyn, thank you. Lowndes County Emergency Management is on standby in case things take a turn for the worse with severe weather entering South Georgia. EMA Director Ashley Ty says Lowndes did have an earlier thunderstorm, but it was not severe. Officials continue to monitor the storm activity and are ready to enact all services to keep community members safe. Ty says that people should be sure to keep informed in case of emergency updates.
The main thing is to make sure people are aware of their surroundings or keep an eye on the weather, because a lot of times these things can develop rapidly and kind of sometimes unexpectedly. So we want to make sure people don't get caught off guard.
Ty suggests keeping a functioning NOAA weather radio or access to Code Red, a system that provides emergency alerts through landline telephones if your address is detected in the path of a storm. Mitchell County leaders are keeping a close eye on today's storms, too. They say the sewer system there is at risk. What you need to know coming up.
When you're a long-term employee, sometimes the worst thing about being injured on the job is being shunned by coworkers who you thought were your friends and who treat you as if you've been faking your injury. If you've been hurt on the job and have questions about your rights, please call us for a free consultation.
This square patty isn't real fish. It's nothing like Captain D's.
Captain D's Flounder Feast. Starting at $4.99, new hand-breaded Southern-style flounder. Or new grilled flounder and shrimp skewer. Full meal starting at $4.99.
Captain D's, the taste of the coast.
I learned about character on a football field just like this. But I learned how to lead at West Point as an Army Ranger and during 3 combat tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. Career politicians always cave under pressure. You and your family deserve better. I'm Hunter Hill. As governor, I'll stop sanctuary cities, eliminate the state income tax, and protect our God-given rights. Georgia needs a true conservative leader, and I'm ready to serve.
All over South Georgia, you'll see our Drawdy roofing signs in this yard, and even this yard. Whether it's roofing, vinyl siding, replacement windows, commercial or residential, rest assured, you can count on Drawdy roofing and vinyl siding. We provide our customers with the highest quality of products and services for over 45 years. Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you want in your yard.
It's Flounder Feast at Captain D's. Starting at $4.99, try our new Southern Style Flounder, or one of our other $4.99 meals like chicken and fish tenders or fish and butterfly shrimp. Full meal starting at $4.99.
Captain D's, the taste of the coast.
Monday remains our first alert weather day across southwest Georgia. We have the potential for strong to severe storms, some of which may produce damaging winds, a large-size hail, and potentially isolated tornadoes. It's a developing situation that we are watching closely. If anything changes, the WLB First Alert Weather Team will be here around the clock, on air, online, and on your phone. Stay with WLB First Alert Weather for continuing coverage.
Sponsored by Ameris Bank, offering payroll solutions that grow with your business, because payroll laws start with the first employee.
With severe weather happening now across South Georgia, some cities are preparing for possible power outages. The city of Camilla says they're concerned falling limbs, severe rain and hail may cause power lines to be affected. They also say if power goes out, the storm sewer system could get backed up. Electric teams have been working for days to ensure all trees and sewers are clean to prevent sewer backups and power outages.
An emergency plan. We know what people are supposed to do when things happen, and we have experienced a couple of tornadoes in this area in recent history, so we do have a plan.
City officials say if you have a power outage or power lines go out, you want to call 911 right away.
Our utility crews in Moultrie are also staying up to date with the weather conditions in South Georgia right now. They're ready to help when needed.
The city has a right-of-way maintenance crew who cuts branches and dead trees near power lines, and this crew operates year-round. The city also has a utility pole maintenance they do year-round as well to make sure the poles are in good condition and replace the ones that aren't. Utility staff ask that folks who live in the city call whenever they experience power outages, and remember, it takes time.
We do have, again, pole inspections, and we do maintain our system. It's got a lot of integrity within the system. After that, we make sure that all of our trucks are fully stocked. We make sure that our staff are in place, and our call center is ready to go.
And the number for the 24-hour call center in Moultrie is 229-668-6000.
Now, we know over the past few years, we have seen some severe storms that have done damage in South Georgia.
We talked to first responders about how the experience dealing with those storms is helping them prepare for today's severe weather event.
And there is still a slight risk for strong to severe storms across South Georgia, but the major threat for the stronger storms will really be impacting areas of north and central Alabama. That's where they have declared a particularly dangerous situation. We still have a few severe thunderstorm warnings across South Georgia and more showers and storms likely through the evening. We'll give you more details coming up next.
On the job injury? Call the law offices of William Underwood today.
Here at the Urology Institute, we treat all types of bladder control problems. We offer the latest medical and surgical treatments for erectile dysfunction right here in the privacy of our Joint Commission accredited ambulatory surgery center. Our on-site lithotripter allows for same-day stone treatment. Our locations are in Albany, Moultrie, and Thomasville. Experience compassionate care here at the Urology Institute.
For your service, comfort, and care.
Everything we do is in search of more go. We go
so it goes. So you can go.
During the Train Unstoppable event from now until May 31st, choose 0% APR for 48 months or up to a $1,000 trade-in allowance on a qualifying new train system. Visit traininfo.com and bring home unstoppable.
It's hard to stop a train.
Now till the end of the month, save $200 on 8 or more windows with Solar Zone Enhanced Glass. Save an additional $100 on any entry door and another $200 on 10 or more squares of siding. Up to $500 in savings. Call or click Window World now for our zero-down financing and your free, no obligation in-home estimate on windows, siding, doors, and more. Hurry, these offers expire soon. Window World, simply the best for less.
Concrete Enterprises Brick, Stone, and Block has the area's largest showroom in Southwest Georgia. Their company employs a large local professional sales team ready to assist you with your project and support you with an unmatched commitment to service. They offer a full selection display of brick, stone, pavers, and fireplace surrounds. Enjoy your home and the outdoors like never before, and come see why everyone is choosing Concrete Enterprises Brick, Stone, and Block.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Sponsored by Modern Gas, your backyard superstore. What a hot idea.
Now your WALD First Alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Yolanda Amadeo.
Well, this Monday remains a First Alert weather day. We've had several severe thunderstorm warnings since this afternoon. Of course, those warnings have been covering areas of South Georgia and leaving behind some hefty rainfall coming through with frequent lightning and some locations reporting wind trees down as a result of gusty winds, and there have been several reports of large-size hail. Now, those threats will remain as we move throughout our evening, and we're going to put the timing on this until about 9 p.m., give or take an hour or so. Still watching some areas of showers and storms across the South Georgia. The severe thunderstorm warning that covered areas of Dooley County has expired. Now that warning is in effect for areas of Pulaski County out of our viewing area, as well as areas across central Georgia. So the rest of South Georgia, no warnings are in effect right now, but that's may actually change as we move on through the evening. Now, we're still tracking some showers and thunderstorms in the area, none severe as of this particular time, but that could change once again. Still picking up some areas of individual storms that may be producing some hail, and one in particular over areas of Mitchell County between Camilla and Pelham, just along Highway 19. No doubt you're getting some blinding rainfall and possibly some strong winds in the area. More thunderstorms are back off to the southwest. So what we'll really be watching throughout the evening, these individual cells that may actually become strong, potentially severe, and those are the ones that will likely produce the damaging wind gusts, the large size hail, and possibly an isolated tornado. But so far, we have not had any tornadic activity since this afternoon. Still seeing some of the activity in terms of moderate to heavy rainfall as we look east of I-75. Some of the heavier action stretching across Tift County, heading into Coffee County. And of course, these stronger storms are pushing away. All of those are moving now off toward the northeast. A few more thunderstorms have developed across Sumter County, back into Webster, even Terrell counties, but not severe in nature. And many locations are getting a break in the activity, but we'll continue with that chance for rain, even some thunderstorms on through the evening. Numerous reports of downed trees, particularly Thomas County. Even reports of 1-inch hail coming out of Lee County, even Sumter County, as well as Dooley County. Over in Leslie, about an inch in diameter in terms of hail that came with one of those severe thunderstorms that moved on through your area. Now for the rest of this Monday evening, showers and thunderstorms will continue, and they'll be pushing off mostly toward the east and northeast. Now all areas have gotten in on these stronger storms, and that's not to say that you won't get one later on tonight, but otherwise Things will continue on into early Tuesday morning, and as a cold front slides on through, all of that will be coming to an end. So we'll be clearing, but still pretty mild for tomorrow afternoon, but winds will be kicking up at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Throughout the evening, remain weather alert. It remains a first alert weather day. Notice a few thunderstorms still just before midnight, and then some lingering showers. Clouds are still intact, but notice this line of showers coming on through early Tuesday. But as the front slides across the area, some more strong to severe storms are likely to kick up, and that will extend, say, until about mid-morning Tuesday as that front passes off toward the east. Outside right now, an overcast sky is holding, of course. It's been a gloomy day, but a very warm and humid one. Current temperatures are in the upper 60s to low 70s. Strong to severe storms are still possible throughout the evening. As we move into tomorrow morning, some morning showers, a few thunderstorms around. It will become rather windy into the afternoon. Highs will reach mid-70s. So once we get that front out of here, things will be much quieter moving on through the rest of this week. And we get a shot of slightly cooler air. Temperatures will drop into the 60s for our highs. Morning lows becoming rather chilly once again, upper 30s to low 40s.
And remember, you can always keep track of severe weather in our area by downloading our WALB First Alert Weather app. You can see our live radar and the 7-day forecast all from the app. You can get it wherever you get your apps.
South Georgia is no stranger to severe weather. In 2017, several communities saw heavy storms roll in and knock out power, taking down a lot of trees. Public work crews in Moultrie say they've got good experience because of that, and they now have figured out a plan of action and what's the most efficient way to get the city restored in case of a storm. Their main focus is flooding and blocked roadways and getting as many streets back open after the storm event as quickly as possible. Public Works Director Danny Ward says crews in Moultrie are always on standby during bad weather conditions.
Every storm cloud has a silver lining, so we learn from our past. We learn how to prepare. You learn those areas that are more prone to flooding, and then you start, preparing for those. So we think we're about as well prepared as we can be right now.
Moultrie Public Works crews also stress the importance of the community staying up to date with the very latest weather conditions. And if there is any strong rain or strong winds, they suggest that everyone stay inside until it clears.
Dougherty County's emergency leaders are gathered together now at the Emergency Operations Center on Honeysuckle Drive. And from there, they're able to coordinate emergency response across the county. WALB News 10's Raisa Buckles joins us now live from the EOC.
That's right, Melissa. I'm standing right now in front of the room where you see staff with the Albany Fire Department, staff with Dougherty County Police, as well as Albany Police Departments, all in this room tracking the storm. I just spoke with a Dougherty County EMA specialist, Jenna Chang, who explained that after this morning's state of emergency declaration by Chairman Chris Cohilas, they were able to open up the EOC, which was originally opened at the Judicial Building, but around 5 o'clock they moved here on Honeysuckle Drive to the alternate emergency operations center. And she said that it's key for that local state of emergency to be declared, because at that point they are able to activate critical staff such as the utility department that is ready to go. They also have extra individuals here manning those phone lines. So folks, if you have emergencies, they're urging you to still dial 911. But if you have storm related questions, there's a specific hotline that they're asking you to call. That's 229-483-6227 or 229-483-6229. Now, if you also still have a question for the utility department, you're still able to call 311. I have more updates coming out of the Emergency Operations Center for you guys, but for now, I'm live in Albany. Risa Buckles for WALB News 10.
Thanks, Raisa. Now, everyone knows, or they should know, it only takes a couple of seconds with this wet weather in your car. You could lose control.
Absolutely. Hydroplaning can be deadly if you're not careful. Georgia State Patrol troopers are urging drivers to slow down, making their commutes from work and school. This is the best way to prevent hydroplaning. Now, if your car does get out of control, do not hit the brakes or the gas pedal. That move will cause too much friction, making the situation worse. And that's because hydroplaning is a loss of traction.
If water is on the road, we should slow down even slower. We don't want to hit the water at a fast rate of speed, because if we do, that's when the vehicle's going to hydroplane, and once it hydroplane, you lose control of it, and so you're going to wreck, and we don't know what's going to happen.
And here's some more advice. You don't have to be out on the roads, just stay inside.
And this year, March Madness is a true term for what's happening in sports. Florida State took down the top seed Xavier last night in the NCAA tournament, but the Seminoles head coach says don't call it an upset. Theo Dorsey has the sports next.
Sponsored by Fleming & Riles Insurance, your local trusted choice for all your insurance needs.
One thing that's important to me is always being willing to go to the mat for our clients, put our clients first.
He's more than an attorney. He is your friend. Trey's going to be there for you all the way to the end.
We put people first here. If you're going through a personal injury case or a workers' compensation case, you want an attorney who puts people first.
Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get the best of us.
When we say you get the best of us, that means you get the best price.
And the best service. And we have been giving you the best of us for generations.
Let our family show your family how easy the car buying experience should be. Parker has a big city selection with the hometown service. We will treat you right because we want our family serving your family for generations to come.
So when you want a Chevrolet,
Buick,
or GMC, come to Parker.
First. If you work for or serve in the United States military, the healthcare industry, or a first responder, one of our many educators, or work for the state or local government, you qualify for the Sign and Drive event. No money down, just sign and drive, regardless of circumstance.
After receiving the runaround at multiple car lots, I came to Albany Mitsubishi and purchased a 2017 Outlander Sport. The Sign and Drive is real.
Come see America's fastest growing SUV in its class, the Mitsubishi Outlander, standard with third row seating. JD?
Only at Albany Mitsubishi, where we're stacking them deep and just selling them doggone cheap.
Who is leading the fight to stop sanctuary cities and illegal immigration in Georgia? Casey Cagle.
The message is that in Georgia, we're not going to tolerate sanctuary cities. We've been very clear about that.
What else is Cagle doing on illegal immigration?
We will take and exhaust every measure available to us because it's that serious. We're talking about criminal, illegal aliens.
Tell Casey Cagle to keep leading the fight to stop funding sanctuary cities and end illegal immigration.
Dear community, we know we can continue to improve on the care we provide to South Georgia. We want to meet your expectations, and we're listening. We have new administration committed to this community 100%. We're working closer than ever with physicians throughout the area. We're investing millions in technology, facility updates, recruitment, and training to ensure a better patient experience. Change is in the air. Thank you, South Georgia, for letting us prove ourselves to you. Sincerely, SGMC.
Closed captioning sponsored by Ralph Jackson Hearing Aid Service, 2015 Pile Mile Road. Just ask me.
And now the Phoebe Orthopedic Sports Desk with Theo Dorsey.
What you see happening in college basketball, it's almost like a revolution.
Well, Florida State overthrew one seed Xavier late last night. That marks 9 of the top 16 top 4 seeds gone after the opening weekend of the NCAA tournament. South Georgia, let's talk March Madness. This March has been beyond mad, infuriating even for anybody looking to win a bracket pool. For the first time in over a decade, 2 1 seeds were bounced in the first 2 rounds. You can thank UMBC for that, and then Florida State as well. The Seminoles forced 3 turnovers in the final 2 minutes of the 75-70 win last night. It was a rematch of last year's round of 32 game, which went in the favor of Xavier in 2017. This time around, though, it's Florida State marching into the Sweet 16. It's the program's first ever win over a 1 seed. Head coach Leonard Hamilton thinks it's something fans they should start getting used to.
Just because maybe they might not be in one particular conference, or maybe they're not considered to be one of the more traditional rich schools, people are playing basketball. And I really don't think at this level there you can really call them as much upsets as is just what they call March Madness.
Well, don't call it an upset. Florida State will need a 3rd straight win over a higher seed Thursday. They face 4-seeded Gonzaga in the Sweet 16. Let's take a look at that fishing game forecast for tomorrow and some solid peaks. Hopefully the rain has died down by that point around 5 o'clock good time. And coming up at 7, Bo Justice didn't get the national championship he so coveted, but he did earn yet another national award. That's at 7 on WALB News 10 on ABC.
Thank you, Theo. And of course, you can stay with WALB on air for more information and online with the storms. Good night.